Xiao Tian was an ordinary boy living in Heavenly Sky Village, a peaceful settlement nestled at the base of the Azure Spirit Mountain range. The village was small, its people simple and content. Farmers tilled the fertile land, children played in the sun-drenched fields, and the elders gathered under the ancient spirit tree to share tales of legendary soul masters and their heroic feats. Though life was calm, Xiao Tian often felt restless. He had always been different from the other boys his age. While they dreamed of inheriting their parents' farmlands, Xiao Tian dreamed of power, adventure, and uncovering the secrets of the world. He longed to leave the confines of the village and forge his own path, to ascend to heights only the spirit masters of legend had reached. One cool autumn morning, Xiao Tian's mother called him over. Her frail hands trembled as she placed a basket in his hands. "Tianer, can you head into the Azure Spirit Forest and gather some golden dew herbs? Therefore the tonic elderly is preparing for me." Xiao Tian nodded without hesitation. His mother's health had been declining, and he was willing to do anything to ease her suffering. "I'll be back before sunset," he promised, his voice firm. The Azure Spirit Forest was a vast, mysterious place that bordered the village. The villagers often warned against venturing too deep, for it was said to be home to powerful soul beasts. But Xiao Tian had been in the forest many times, always careful to stay within the safer outskirts. The forest's unusual quiet. As Xiao Tian entered the forest, he noticed something unusual. The usual sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves were absent. The air felt heavier than normal, and an eerie silence hung over the forest. He tightened his grip on the basket and quickened his pace, his sharp eyes scanning the ground for the familiar golden dew herb. Minutes turned to an hour as he moved deeper into the forest. The further he went, the stranger everything seemed. The trees grew taller and denser, their gnarled roots twisting like ancient serpents. The air carried a faint chill, and shadows seemed to dance at the edges of his vision. "Where is everyone?" Xiao Tian muttered, realizing he hadn't even seen a single small animal. As he bent down to inspect a patch of moss, a flicker of light caught his eye. Turning his head, he saw a faint glow in the distance, deep within the forest. It was unlike anything he had ever seen, a soft, pulsing light that shimmered in hues of blue and gold. His heart raced. Every instinct told him to turn back, to leave the forest and return to the safety of the village. But curiosity tugged at him, stronger than fear. Clutching the basket tightly, Xiao Tian took a hesitant step toward the light. Then another. The light seemed to draw him in, its glow growing brighter with each step. Soon, he reached a small clearing, where the light floated mid-air. It wasn't just a random glow, it was a sphere of pure energy, pulsating rhythmically like a heartbeat. What is this?" Xiao Tian whispered, unable to tear his eyes away. The sphere seemed to react to his voice, its pulsing quickening. Without thinking, Xiao Tian reached out, his hand trembling. The moment his fingers brushed the light, the world around him disappeared. Awakening of the system. Xiao Tian felt himself falling through an endless void. Light and darkness swirled around him, and a strange sensation filled his mind, a mixture of warmth and cold, of clarity and confusion. Then, a voice echoed in his mind. "System binding complete. Congratulations, host. You have awakened the multi-blessing system." The voice was mechanical, yet oddly calming. Xiao Tian's body stopped falling, and the swirling void transformed into a vast expanse of stars. In front of him, a translucent panel appeared, floating in midair. The panel displayed information that made Xiao Tian's heart race. Name, Xiao Tian. Level, 1. Soul rings, none. Soul bones, none. Blessings, locked. What is this? Xiao Tian asked, his voice trembling with a mixture of awe and confusion. The voice responded. The multi-blessing system is a unique ability that grants its host unparalleled potential. Through quests, battles, and the forging of relationships, you will grow stronger and ascend to heights unimaginable. Xiao Tian's mind raced. He had heard tales of powerful systems from traveling storytellers, mystical forces that granted their users incredible abilities. Could this be one of them? The panel updated, and a new line of text appeared. Quest unlocked. Obtain your first soul ring. Reward, basic blessing and system upgrade. Determination ignited. Xiao Tian's initial shock gave way to excitement. The legends of soul masters and their incredible powers had always fascinated him, but he had never imagined he would have the chance to walk such a path. Now, with the system as his guide, the impossible seemed within reach. Obtain my first soul ring. Xiao Tian murmured, his eyes lighting up with determination. If this system is real, then I'll use it to become the strongest. The voice chimed in once more. The path to greatness is not easy. The journey will test your strength, resolve, and heart. But with the system's help, you can achieve anything. Xiao Tian nodded, his resolve solidifying. He would prove himself worthy of this opportunity. For his mother, for his village, and for the dreams he had carried since childhood. As the light around him began to fade, Xiao Tian felt himself being pulled back into reality. The journey begins. When he opened his eyes, Xiao Tian found himself back in the azure spirit forest. The glowing sphere of light had vanished, but the system panel remained, floating in front of him like a guiding star. He took a deep breath, his heart pounding with anticipation. The first step is to find a soul beast, he muttered, remembering the stories he had heard about obtaining a soul ring. The forest, once eerie and silent, now felt alive with possibility. Xiao Tian set off with a newfound purpose, his senses heightened as he began his search. Unbeknownst to him, this was only the beginning of a journey that would shake the very foundations of the Dolua continent.